Dialed in to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use,
smarts of these studs.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks. And they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Bucks
and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Next, been a little bit here.
Yeah.
I think last month, technically.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was June 30th.
Oh, holy crap.
We had Kelly on.
Really?
We did.
Is it? Wow. That's our bad, guys. By that, I mean, not my fault. By that, I mean, completely my fault. I've been on vacation. I think
And more vacation?
I had 2 vacations. And then we had the 4th of July,
Yeah.
which, I mean, I was in town, out of town. I went to Indiana to get fireworks, stuff like that. But like, and then, yeah, we were in the Wisconsin Dells. We were in Indiana and I don't know, somewhere else. And then, okay, and my anniversary.
Yeah.
And then my birthday,
Yeah.
was technically yesterday. It was so funny.
You and I may have drank way too much at your party.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
Well,
I don't remember a lot of that.
you know, oh man, my wife got me
The coolest gift as far as you were concerned, because you would not stop mentioning it.
that was freaking awesome, dude. We got a caricature artist at my birthday. That's I
He did a really good job of drawing me.
yeah, I wanted one and I couldn't find it. She somehow came up with this. It was awesome. And she got me some other stuff, like, besides the party. I had tacos for my party. And then on my birthday, so we had my party on Saturday, which was the 19th.
Yep.
She killed it. And then honestly, Sunday came around. She made me breakfast, biscuits and gravy, potatoes. It was great. We just kind of sat around a lot. And so she's like, oh, hey, if you want to. And I was like, I'm cool, just chilling. And I kind of forgot it was my birthday because like she had killed it so great on the 19th. I was like, man, what do I don't really care. Like, it's another day, but she got me Burt Kreischer tickets.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, floor seats for that. I feel bad she got me something else too. Drawing a blank this early in the freaking morning, but so started out I was wide awake this morning, and then I got a second nap kind of a thing, and I don't know, for some reason I can't wake up from that little bit of actual sleep, so I'm hoping my Monster.
Yeah, what are you drinking?
We already talking.
No,
That's how
we
bad it is. Like, I'm drinking some Monster Zero Sugar energy drink. So, and you, sir, what do you drink?
So I'm sponsored by my daughter. For my birthday, she bought me custom beers. So this one today is Midwest Nice.
Nice.
It's from Farmhouse Cider Company in Michigan. It's a very nice cider. It's a little dry.
See, Farmhouse. I like Have you been to Farmhouse?
I'm not.
We should go.
We should.
It's not far from my house, and they're a company I want to support because I don't know much about them in the political side of things.
Yep.
I assume, but their neighbor hates them.
Oh.
And so they've come to an agreement, like in the wintertime, they're only allowed to open 1 or 2 weekends a month for a very short period of time because of animals or whatever fuck around it. We don't live by a zoo or anything, but right, this is the middle of wild. Right. But this is a farmhouse on, some land and stuff like that. But so like, there's one cranky ass old guy apparently that's keeping these people from expanding and doing the big thing. But so I go there all the time and try to just be, Nick obnoxious. Right. So, because I love fighting people like that, right? Like, and he's gonna fight with the court wise, and I'm gonna sit here and be like, all right, here we go. Let's have some fun. But they usually always have food trucks. Yeah. So
that way you can get some food.
Yeah. Say whenever we see it, we typically try to go for like a fun food truck or something like that. We've the people that we've had on, right, with being cheesy, we'll go support that type of stuff. But if there's a food truck that my wife wants to try that hasn't, and it happens to be there, we'll go out of our way. I'll get a cider or two and yeah, do that. So I think you might enjoy the place as well.
Yeah, I know that I'm going to cut back on the drinking some because Saturday was not great.
Oh,
I came not to drink.
Yeah, I just say it was we joke about it, but also not so much. Like I intended to drink, right? That was kind of my intention. I made it all the way, But right, you walked in. I said, "You've had nothing." Grab something. I walked out, gave another guest a hug, did something. I walked back in, and you were gone. And
there were like 3 hours between that.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there was.
See, like, and to me,
I was fine during the character artist. I was fine until about 20 minutes before Dawn got there.
Yeah.
And in that 20 minutes, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Because what I was doing is you had all of your whiskeys out.
Yeah.
So I was pouring a little bit in the bottom of each of my shot glass and just tasting, it'd be like 1-2 sips.
Yeah. Do you remember trying the Garrison Brothers?
Which one was that?
The blue bottle, completely dipped. That's the one I bought at Benny's.
Yes.
That's right, because we talked about it. Because I said, hey, I finally opened this bottle.
It was, you talked about that before then. You weren't there when I tasted it, because Jeremiah and I were talking about it. I'm like, this is really a little harsh.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I don't like that as well as these other ones. And he pointed to a couple that I'd already tried that I really liked.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was still fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I wasn't.
Which is why on Bucks and Brews, we have a rule. David gets one bourbon. If we do bourbon, David gets 2 beers if we do beers.
It's so weird. Like, my body is metabolizing alcohol in such weird ways the last few years.
Yeah.
Like, Nick, Courtney says I started doing shots. I don't remember that. I had maybe 3 drinks in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I was okay. And then I just started sampling a little bit, and then I don't remember anything. So it's like my body goes from 0 to 100 in no time, and nobody sees, because like you said it, you told Dawn, you like met her at the door, and you're like, listen, he was fine.
Yeah.
He goes, and I walked back in, and he was not.
Which is to me, yeah, but it's weird because right, you do drink, I've watched you polish off quite a few and
been fine,
but it's like, because Jeremiah has the same kind of an issue, right, where it's like, just magically, right, and it's what scares me about having some surgery and stuff like that, because
I mean, that may be part of it.
Oh yeah, but like he'll do the same. I say, yeah, cutting back. I'm going to be. I need to lose weight. You know what? We went to the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah,
I'm the largest I've ever been. I know that we on here have talked about me going on a diet and things like that. Thanks so much for the likes. We appreciate it.
and follows.
And we were talking about it, but like I know I'm the largest I've ever been. But like,
yeah,
it was funny because here's who I am. Vulnerable me. Put myself, so like my wife's like, oh, I'll bring an extra shirt for you to swim, and I was like, no, I'm good. Like I'm in Wisconsin. I forget that there's social media and stuff but like I don't really care if you're gonna make fun of the fucking fattest guy there. But like I tell you what, I remember being a bigger kid, but like always, there's always bigger people.
Oh, yeah.
And so then I told my wife, I was like, look, if there's a person or a kid who's just self-conscious, and then they get me, who gets to be out there without a shirt, doing whatever. As long as I can make that person not the center of attention, like not feel whatever.
Right.
Well, hey, all they have to do is just go, man, that fucking dude, right? Like, and so it makes, I don't want to be, but I will be the example for others to not have to get picked on, to do whatever, right? Like,
well, it's funny because your daughter, she said at one point, she goes, do you really know anything about this coaching softball stuff?
oh, fucking hilarious.
And you send me that text, and I said it to Dawn. I'm like, go to the 2015 pictures and find a picture of Nick coaching.
Yeah.
So she finds a picture, and the first thing she thinks of is what she would think of when she looks at pictures of me.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick was a lot slimmer here.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, he's going to be self-conscious. Don't bring it up. And she goes,
Okay. So I think she sent me the picture and I sent it to you. The first words out of your mouth. Damn, I was skinnier back then.
Yeah.
And I mean, she knows because it's not like it's not known. It's not like it's not. It is a sore subject.
Oh yeah.
Especially, even for me,
especially like when you work on it and
Yeah.
you keep trying, but then you keep failing, and it's like, man, like we were talking about in Bucks and Brews.
Mhm.
When I was trying to lose, I was doing okay, and then just something hit, something did whatever.
Son's 110 pounds at 9 years old.
Is that great?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's good or bad because
I mean, my 9-year-old is less than 100. I mean, she carries it very well. Like, she's very active, things like that. So yeah, sorry.
we're not good with that weight for
things.
age things.
Yeah,
I was probably well over that at 10 years old.
I see, and I didn't start getting big until probably right around that 10 to 11, puberty, right?
Yep.
So,
he's a linebacker and nose guard.
okay, so he's a very well built guy.
Yeah, he's well built. It's good for what he does.
Say nose guard. I was a nose guard.
I was a nose guard.
Linebacker. You want to be buffer than bigger. You know what to say.
Yeah, I played nose.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, because I can get the fucking swim move down and then.
Big guy, hard to move. When Caitlin played powder puff, I taught her how to do the swim move, and she never fucking used it, so she was useless on the field.
Of course. Well, dude, it's Caitlin. I mean,
I know.
Oh,
we got over here now too.
Oh,
Ethan brags that he can bench 130 pounds.
Yeah.
But he weighs 100, so it's not bad. But
yeah,
like he runs around. I'm like, dude, that's the bar and two weights. I don't know what we're talking about here.
Be able to, so Emerson, it's funny. I don't know where this came from. Do kids watch this somewhere? My daughter's the same way. I can lift my own weight. Granted, she's like 80 pounds or something like that, 70 pounds. Like I can lift my own weight, and I was like, first of all, fuck, can you? Second of all, like, why the fuck am I carrying this bag of sand or whatever?
Right.
But yeah, so right, it feels like just a few months ago, and now all of a sudden, like, if I'm being honest, I'm probably up 30 fucking pounds from even trying to, like, from the mark that I started to try to lose weight, right? Like, it's like something happened in the past couple months where I'm just fucking gaining weight and this and that. Like, and I knew going into my birthday, like, what I was intending to do. I know I don't go, I'm hitting a diet. I have to have my last meal, scarf. I always tell myself, look, I can have whatever I want. But like the hard part is like today, here's a prime example of today. I told Courtney I was starting my diet. Hey, don't let me, just tell me, look, you need to give, 6 months of commitment, right? Like whatever, full 6 fucking months. No excuses, no anything. And then, right, oh well, we have this, I'm supposed to go to a lunch meeting today. I still have my cheesecake for my birthday. That's what I get for cake instead of whatever.
You should have a real cheesecake, not that box shit.
I love box stuff.
Yeah, we were talking about you and your fucking Salisbury steak yesterday.
Oh, it's so good too.
It's so gross.
But like, right, like, so it's like, oh man. And so me is like, all right, the home stuff, I can just throw it away. But like this lunch stuff, well, then, so my buddy
Thanks for all the likes, Leah.
Yeah, thank you so much. My hungry man, that's fact. No, fucking banquet.
He likes banquet.
Do not hungry man me for the Salisbury steak.
I got yelled at yesterday by your wife for that. I'm like, the hungry man. She's like, no. It's banquet. Get it right.
That's fact.
Sorry.
But my buddy called me at 11 o'clock last night, right? And he's like, hey, all right, we're going to get together on Wednesday. And I was like, well, let's see what we can do, right? But like, it's hard for me to tell my friends and for them to get to believe that, like, hey, I want to drink with you. I just don't know how to only have one or how to save calories or how to do whatever.
Right.
Like, I don't know, right? Because like, I want to lose weight, right? So like, and then I was getting up this morning because Courtney asked me, hey, do I want to go for a walk at 7? Just like your wife was supposed to get up with you. So I was up. I was ready to go. I think that's what I was doing, was getting ready to go get my shoes to go for a walk. And then I ended up with a fucking piece of glass in my foot and bleeding all over. Right. So, I make that as an excuse, right? But like, I want to work out because I was working out, but it was only like, hey, but like, I want to work out 30 minutes. Like I need to walk, right? Like
Yeah, but I mean, even if you can start at 5 or 10,
right,
and then work your way up.
And I was doing that like every day, like guaranteeing 5 minutes, but like I need to do the couch to 5K or something, right? Get a program out there, get something that says, hey, this is what we're doing. But
I can tell you the best I felt at your party.
yeah,
Steve says to me, dude, you've been losing weight.
yeah.
Actually, I have, thanks.
Mhm.
And again, they're finding out more and more brain chemistry and
My brother told me, he's like, hey, dude, don't do that.
what?
Don't get shots. Because he's like, oh man, one of my coworkers, like all of a sudden he just would forget things, and he's like, we've been doing this job forever, and all of a sudden he's got brain fog. And I was like, huh.
Yeah, but that might be opposite of shots because I am on the shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Gavin and Deanna did it.
Yep.
And you see the results they've had.
Yep.
What it does is it tells your brain, hey, you're not really hungry.
Right.
Which a lot of people that are overweight, they just don't have that circuit in their brain that says, hey, you're full, stop eating.
Right.
So you think you need to keep eating, or you just ate 30 minutes ago, but you're still hungry now. So you go. So yesterday when I left your place,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I could really go for some fries. Nick, I hadn't eaten all fucking day. So I stopped and got some fries. I got a medium fry. I couldn't finish a medium fry.
Which is insane. Right?
I ate like half of it. And my brain's like, motherfucker, you're full.
Right. And I've watched you and I polish off some shit. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, to say, right?
I mean, we've been on a cruise together.
Right.
And we know how to eat.
Right.
But all of a sudden my brain's like, hey, guess what, dumbass? You're full. You don't need to keep eating anymore. And it's like, oh,
great.
Okay. Dawn made hot dogs last night. You know hot dogs and
That's exactly it, right? Like I was gonna have hot dogs for my birthday.
I would have been really excited for it.
But the problem was I did last year. So I was like, I don't want to repeat the same thing.
I get it.
Last year we had the shaved ice, we had hot dog, and we had every topping that you could.
Yes.
The only thing I didn't have, because I wasn't going to go get specific buns for you to have a fucking Chicago dog. I wasn't going to get because nobody else
give a shit. I'm fine with any hot dog. You know that.
I know, which is why I didn't. But like I'm telling you, like you couldn't name a topping that we didn't have. I mean, yes, there's always going to be an asshole out there who's like, "Hey, we want this," but like we had, I spent thousands. Like, and so this year I was like tacos. I was like, this is great. Like, and I don't know. I love tacos. I tell you how much I love tacos. My wife goes, "Hey, what do you really want for like? Is there anything for your birthday?" And I was like, "Well, we're out of meat for the tacos, and we still have tortillas." I was like, "I wouldn't mind enchiladas." Like, and so she went and got another thing of meat, wound them up, put sauce all over it. I was fucking happy. So that's what I had last night for dinner.
Well, we had Ethan come over to do some yard work yesterday, and uncured. I don't know if I've had uncured hot dogs. Is that like Kogel's?
To say, who's a company that does uncured? Because I will tell you, like, I prefer a bar S, right? Like the 99 cents for the pack.
Yeah, because you like it, it's so cheap.
I like that it's cheap, and I don't like the snap. I'm not a snap guy.
Yeah, I don't like the snap. Like they do those at
yeah, like
Grand Coney.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want that cake. Like, no. I don't want each.
I don't want casing.
Right. I want a mush. Like
I'll eat Ballpark. I love Nathan's.
Yeah, just say. Right.
Dawn made Nathan's last night because Ethan's waiting for his mom to get there. And he'd already done the yard stuff. So she goes, "What do you want for dinner?" I said, "I would love some hot dogs."
Yeah.
Because I still had a couple
hot dogs, which is funny.
So she makes, the 5-pack of Nathan's.
Yeah.
And I come out there and I go,
does that only come as 5 2-pack?
You can get 8-pack as well, but I'm the only one that eats them. So the 5-pack's good for me.
Well, what the fuck? Like, why would they make? This is what I hate about hot dog. Why would you make a 5-pack?
Because they're more expensive, so you can still get them.
So,
so she makes them, right?
Yeah.
And I walk out there and I look at them and they look delicious. And I go, I'm gonna make 2.
Yeah.
I can't eat 2, but I'm gonna make 2. She goes, why are you gonna do that if you can't eat? Guess who did not eat 2? I can't.
Right.
I get through 1 and I'm stuffed.
Which is great.
It is.
It's trying to figure out how to change that mindset, right? So that.
Well, and again, a lot of that is brain chemistry, and being fat is one of the few things in life where they train you that that's something you can always make fun of.
Oh yeah.
Fat people get made fun of all the time.
Yeah.
And there's really no stigma on it. Like, there's a stigma on making fun of the color of someone's skin because you can't control that.
Right.
Nick, can you control the size of your body? I mean, you can, but
I can't control where I hold it.
right.
Like, okay, so would you say, and here's the fun thing, would you say my brother's bigger than me or I'm bigger than my brother?
You're taller than your brother, so
Yeah, like who do you think weighs more?
because of your height and because you're asking me, I'm going to guess you weigh more, but
Yeah.
you carry it so much better than he does.
Oh God, right? Like my brother is 6 inches shorter than me. He's a round ball, but like, I mean, like, right, David, he's an outward. Like,
Yeah.
like I look at him and go, God damn, you big. And I look at me, and now, like, when I look at the mirror, I'm like, fucking it. Like, I'm thinking, oh, I'm big, but really, I mean, I bet you we're not far off, right? Last I knew, he was a couple pounds bigger than me, but like, if you ask me right now, I bet
You carry it way different than he does.
Very much,
way
right?
different.
And again, I carry mine. Sean just carries straight low belly. I'm getting to that point, but like, I don't know. I have these big, beautiful legs. Say, but yeah, so it is something I'm trying very hard. I'm not trying hard. I'm just starting again. Like, but we're going through this.
We keep trying and failing, trying and failing. That's the worst part about weight is you try and you fail and you do it a lot because weight is hard to get off.
Yeah.
Some people it's easy. I mean, some people never weigh much and they eat whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
Screw those people.
Well, and
again, we talk about the metabolism with me and alcohol.
Right.
My metabolism doesn't fucking work because I drink 3 drinks and I'm fine, and then I drink a 4th drink and it's been 3 hours and all of a sudden I'm hammered.
Well, dude, I watched. All right, so it's concerning. My niece is now 21, doesn't usually want to drink. I've never really drank with her. Poured her a shot of the stuff. I said, hey, it's gonna be a little higher proof. She fucking takes that. See ya. Down the gullet. And I was like I was sober enough to like sit and go, right? Like if you ask me right now, like why okay. Watching another human be able to do that and not show a face, like it's not that she didn't try to not to, right? It was just like, hey, I was giving you a warning. This is 100 and I think it was 117, proof or whatever. And it's like what? And so it's and just to do it, my wife said that she polished off like 7, 8 type drinks. I was like, okay, so she's something we need to watch out for, right? Because she's going to become an alcoholic if she can just do this without question.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you have alcohol tendencies, right?
I love them.
Yeah.
But they've gotten very big.
Oh, yeah. Again.
I never was as a kid.
No. Skinny little run thing.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and then.
And I'm sure a lot of that is everything they've gone through in their life. Well, because they've had such a shitty upbringing.
Yeah. Well, and it was weird because, right, like when you point back to where it started, when they started getting in trouble around 12, 13, 14,
yeah.
Kind of years old, they were still skinny. They were still things. And then you just watch it and watch it. It like blew up. And like,
well, it was like one hit after another for that kid.
Right.
I mean, mom decided to be a total fucking piece of shit.
It has been, but like, right,
yeah, but really, it really came out and basically disowned them.
Yep.
And
but it just,
they were seeking attention from people they shouldn't have been seeking attention from fucking adults when they were 13.
Right. But, and that's, but like, so she made the comment, oh, I really miss this house and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I've told her, you're always welcome. Like, right. And it's funny because I don't think they understand. I don't care. Like, okay, so my rules are if you're going to come live with me, I'm going to force you to be financially successful.
Yep.
Like that, you don't get a fucking choice because you're not going to live with me forever.
Right.
Like, if you don't have a job, there's a difference. But like, if you have a job, like, and so I told him, I was like, oh, what would rent be? And I was like, 125 a week. You can get rid of amounts, right? So if you tell me, hey, I'm putting it in my 401k, we'll knock $25 off. You have to just show me the pay stub that says, hey, I'm actually contributing. And that 3% could only equal $12, but like, I don't give a fuck. Like, right? Like, I don't care. You're
trying to set them up for success.
You're doing the right thing. Oh, hey, you have to show me a savings account that's putting 25 a week into. Great. you're going to fucking, you don't have to pay. Now you're at 75 a week that you have to pay me. You're going to, just say, I'm going to take 25 a week and I'm going to put that into a savings account for you fucking buying a house fund, anything. I'm going to do it out of your own money. And then I'm going to live off of $50.
I think we're going to be best friends with Leo.
Why? What's up?
Teach them how to be productive citizens and self-supported.
Yeah, right. It's your favorite big boy again, which I think it's you. I think you're the favorite big boy.
No, I think you are.
I'm always the favorite big boy. But
I'm not quite as big.
Well, but like, so I will, like, if you're going to live in my house, I'm there. I'm a support system. I am not the whole fucking system.
Right.
I am a support system.
You're there to help.
Right.
Not to do.
And at 125, right? And that's $500 a month. That's granted. I'm noticing a little bit more on the 600 to 700 in Grand Rapids for like per room.
Yeah.
But you could go get a room somewhere for like, again, if I'm gonna go buy a cabin, I'd rent my fucking cabin out for $500 a month, $600 a month, right? Like, just stupid things, right? To teach not to live off of. That's exactly it, right? Like, but say when you say live off of, I mean, I will make sure you never go hungry, right? Yep. There will always be food. The problem with this one is they don't want to get a license and do whatever. My mom is still willing to fucking take and drive and do whatever.
Didn't they get a job like way north of town, Alpine?
Yeah, Alpine, yeah, but supposedly they'll transfer and things like that. But like, I will make sure you have your necessities, right? You'll have food, water, shelter. You will not, like, sure, if we're going out to ice cream, will I buy it? Yes, but the second time we go out to ice cream, I'm gonna say you're covering this one, right?
Yeah.
Like, we went up to dinner. My brother took my daughter and them and all that to the museum.
Yeah.
We went to dinner across the street, the Mexican restaurant that's there, and they ordered fajitas. Telling you, I've never seen so many chips and salsa go
17,
20, $25.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I've never seen so many chips and salsa like go away. So my meal comes, and I was like, I mean, they don't eat theirs. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna take it home. The waiter's like, hey, who's getting this bill? And I was like, first of all, I'm not fucking paying for your 2 meals. Let's be clear about this, right? Like, and so my mom's like, oh, I can tell. She called him out and was like, hey, no, you can eat that shit right now. Oh, I was gonna take it home. Then don't fucking order it, right?
Right.
Like, you want it to go meal. Well, that's like, it's the thing that pisses me off, right? I know we went on vacation together to Florida. It's fucking midnight, 1:00, 2:00 in the morning, exhausted, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna grab a double cheeseburger. My daughter grabs a freaking, the $1 add-on for chicken nuggets. My wife gets a McDouble. Like, we all just get dollar thing.
Yeah.
Can I get a Big Mac meal? No, right? Well,
they're like $15 now,
dude. They're like $12. My family's meal for all of us going at 1:00 drunken. It wasn't drunk, but like, we just landed, stuff like that.
Yeah,
was $7. This person wanted a fucking $13, and I was like, fine, fuck it, I don't care. I'm 16-year-old's doing electrical apprentice in the summer, $20 an hour. Jesus,
that 16-year-old's fucking smart.
Yeah, it's more than I made.
Electricians make a lot of fucking money.
My brother just got a $3.50 an hour raise. He's an electrician, so
I don't know if we've talked about this on the show, and we will eventually get to 401k's, guys.
Doubt it.
Just hang with us. So I got an 18-year-old fucking employee. I don't think we've talked about this on the show.
No.
So he just got another job.
Okay.
Making $18 an hour.
Oh, yeah, security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing security. But the security basically is checking in trucks. He's checking in trucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Don goes, are you able to be on your phone? Oh, yeah, I can be on my phone.
Yeah.
Can you read a book? Yeah, I can read a book. So basically, you can do anything you want to do as long as you're checking in the trucks. Well, yeah, but it's boring.
It's like my dream job.
She goes, you're making $18 an hour. You work way fucking harder here, and I can't pay you $18 an hour.
But you're good.
But yeah, An 18-year-old, he's making 18. And he's like, I might quit.
Yeah.
Nick, I've had a lot of jobs. Most of them aren't to do nothing and make $18 an hour.
Right. Well, I get, 18 isn't livable wage for you people nowadays, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway.
He has no bills.
It's a second job,
It's a second job, yeah.
And for me.
I mean, now we're the second job, honestly.
Right. But for that, dude, right, if he went into work into the factory, they're not going to let him sit on his phone. Like,
no.
If you're going to pay me, okay, if I have to work 6 minutes out of every hour to do my job, and I get the other, and I interrupted for the 1 hour. Dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Like, okay, one of my favorite jobs was the bowling alley. Why? Because I loved the bowling alley. The most part was because I set up a TV, a VCR, ate the fucking food I wanted. And yeah, okay, I'd get a ball call, but like, I got paid to watch all of the Jay and Silent Bob movies. I got paid to watch like everything on VHS. This is back when, movie stores were still around and all that. But like, I'd watch 2 movies a night, work sporadic, I hit the pause button, go work real quick, go work. And sure, there'd be a crap night, right? Hey, I want you to sit behind lane 23 because there's been 7 ball calls. Okay. Whatever. Like, you're going to have, but like on average, shit, they're paying me, and I was making great money back then as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old. That's perfect dream for me, right? Literally, if he doesn't want that job, I'm hoping that they'll hire me.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I would hate the winters, right? Even though I can get heat in this thing and all that, I got to go out and check the freaking seal, and I'm gonna hate getting out there. But for $18 an hour,
it's not a bad gig.
Well, it seems great. I'm excited about it.
And again, so he did some yard work for me last year.
Yeah,
he was okay at it.
Right.
The 14-year-old is better.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
he does everything I tell him to do, basically.
Yeah. You give me the Nick that you guys have. That kid's a fucking worker.
Oh, I would pay him to do anything.
Right. I'm just like He
won't sit.
Mm-hmm. But the other one, it's like, all right, hey, why am I paying you $12 an hour? Because that's what you're worth, right? Like, granted,
I love the kid.
Yeah.
He gets paid more than he's worth.
Of course.
Because he doesn't work that hard.
But you're also training.
Nick gets paid way less than what he's worth.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because if we could afford to pay Nick more, we would.
Yeah. But he's a good kid, right?
He's a great kid. And again, we say kid, he's like 25. But he works his ass off.
Yeah.
Like, I never questioned him. He got pissed at me once. Because I sent a text to him and Jordan, and I'm like, hey, this wasn't done, this wasn't done, this wasn't done. And he sends Dawn a message, and he goes, I don't understand why these 2 people aren't getting bitched at for this, and it's just Jordan and I.
Mm-hmm.
And Dawn comes to me and goes, that's not really fair. And I said, all right, I'll handle it. I sent Nick a message. I'm like, hey, if you want me to lump you in with those 2, I can totally do that.
Right.
But I trust you way fucking more. So you better figure out where you'd like to be slotted in the this is who David trusts game. Because when I go, hey, I don't typically close, so I don't know all the shit that needs to be done. I'm going to rely on Jordan and Nick because they always do close and they know the shit that needs to be done. Or do you want to be this other piece where I don't trust you for really anything?
I know you're not getting shit done.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I get it now. I'm like, yeah, I thought you would.
Yep. But no, it's okay. We'll talk about 401k's real quick. Because you and I are fans of the 401k. It does sound like they're
I'm bigger fans of pensions. But they've done away with those. Yeah, they've done away with those.
I'm a fan of a pension as well. I know why companies got rid of it. I don't agree with it, but it's funny because people ask all the time, if you look at it, right? Back when pensions were a thing, how often did people change jobs?
They didn't.
Right.
You stayed at that job for life because they paid you a good salary. You got a pension. You knew if you left the job, the pension
was gone.
Yeah. It might not be gone. You may have vested into it, but it's way less than it would have been.
Right. It's very small,
But again, when we look at that, when was that? It was the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. It was that prosperity portion where it didn't benefit people to be multi-millionaires, or in this day and age, multi-billionaires, because you got penalized for that shit. So instead, business owners would go, well, I could take an extra million here and get taxed at 90% on that extra million, or I could invest it back into my company and I'd probably make more money in the back end.
Right.
And they did those things. They invested in their employees and their companies, and people worked for a job for 40 or 50 years. I've been at my job, it'll be 23 years in September. I can't say I'm vested.
Right.
I get perks. I work from home. I get paid a decent salary. That's what keeps me going to my job.
Yep.
If they pulled me back into the office, I'd find a different job.
Listen, we were talking Saturday. My buddy's going to be hiring. It's really good salary.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, oh, I'm looking to hire somebody 75, 80,000 bucks a year. I was like, shit, sounds like I might be coming back to work. It's a salary, benefits. I don't have to have the stress that, I mean, granted, being your own boss is always going to have its own stress.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, there's part of me that is jealous of the aspect, but like, I know I can go make that. Do I want the responsibility to go make that, or do I just want the easy way out of life and just say, all right, hey, this is good enough money? Hey, like, the problem would be is, going to work with a friend, which would be great, but also shitty at this.
Yeah.
The problem is he knows that I'm a good enough worker to when I work. Like, that's just what I do. Also, that I'm going to be an entrepreneur and do stupid shit. So, we look at when I was doing the property management.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be part-time.
You worked all the time.
The year and a half that I was there, right? I never turned my phone off. I never set my phone down, like, because that's who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Right? You ask, I will make it happen, right? If it's in the job description of a thing, or if you ask for it, it doesn't have to be, right? Hey, I need somebody to come in. I need this. I need this. Yep. Cool. I got you. I got whatever you need. I got this to make it happen. Sure, will I bet you a little bit here and there, but at the end of the day, the job's going to get fucking done, right? First couple of weeks. Oh, hey, we can't be turning in 85-hour slips. All right, I need you to track where your hours are. Awesome. First phone call, 5:45 in the fucking morning. Last phone call, 10:75, 10:50 at fucking night. Yeah. Well, you can't just pick up the phone to people and blah, blah. Okay, fine. You fucking figure out the emergency phone. The funny thing is I don't try to have hard feelings, but I do, like, they're so dense that they don't understand. Like, the person that I took over some of the emergency line because the person that had it was so burned out and didn't want to do it. And then I talked about having the exact same thing. And I was like, look, I don't want this emergency line, right? I'm giving you everything. I'm giving you 24/7 for 5 days a week. I don't want to do it as well on the weekends and kind of a thing.
Entrepreneur.
There you go. And say, started my own LVP flooring. No shit. Oh, distribution. There you go. That's say
if you should work for somebody, it should always be yourself.
I was partnered on a flooring company for, I don't know, 2 months. We decided it wasn't going to work out. I joke with him right now and say I'm going to come back and work because he's a young kid. He was looking for an employee, not a business partner. And now he constantly, he still asks me a bunch of business questions. Oh, I got my, what do I do with this employee? What's your handbook say? Oh, what's this say? What's this say? Because I was busy working on his handbook and working on getting a structure of everything, right? And he was just, oh, we have too many jobs. We got to get it done. And I'm like, dude, we'll be fine. Like, what did you tell him? Well, I just told him we'll get it, Okay, so why don't you have a list of when you're going to go do this? Why don't your guys know when this job gets done? This is where we're going next, right? Like, why is this communication? This is why you need everything written down. I was like, here, let's put a step and procedure into play. He just doesn't want to do that, right?
It takes work, but anything worth doing takes work.
Well, and that's the problem is, but now he's out. And I give him credit. He's out going to get certified in all the things that he, oh, hey, I'm coding certified here. I'm certified over here. And I'm like, great. So the problem is you will always make $400,000 a year, right? Like, whatever it might be. Like, 600. Like you're never going to get into that without expanding your business into a business, right? Like these jobs are going to keep, this job's going to, somebody's going to wave $20 in your face and you're going to go fucking chase that $20 because you're hungry at this moment, right? Like when you start taking your business serious, and again, he's 25 years old, 26 years old, right?
When we opened up Break Room, one of Dawn's business coaches goes, "You can't keep doing shipped."
Correct.
And she goes, "But we have to make enough money to pay the bills." She goes, "I totally get that. But if you keep doing two things, you're never going to get good at the one thing you want to be good at."
Yep.
And Dawn and I sat there and we talked about it. I'm like, "Listen, this is how much money we need a month.
Mm-hmm.
So however we can make that happen, that's what we have to do because I still have to pay the mortgage."
Right.
So that November, we opened in June, and that November, she's finally like, "All right, I'm going to take a real salary." And once she took a real salary, I mean, it was scary because we didn't take a huge loan to open this business. We took a minimal loan. Once she took a real salary, all of a sudden the business started jumping because she was 100% invested in the business.
Right.
And if you're going to have a business, that's what you have to do. Circling back to 401k's.
Yeah.
How many people do you know that have a 401k that actually know what they're doing with it? Give me a percentage.
Of people I know
that have a 401k that actually know what they're doing with it. Not like what they're going to do when they retire, but like where they're invested and what to invest in.
I say, here's my thing. The 401k people have rolled them over to self-directed IRAs. Those people, like, so I'm going to give you 15% of my people that I know might actually know what they're doing with their funds. Right.
What funds they're invested in, what returns are.
I don't know if they know that.
Okay.
But like, again, they're going to put them into the self-directed. So then they're just going into real estate with it. So
I can tell you I manage like 6 at work.
Right.
And this is where I think companies really fail their employees. Go ahead.
But my Betterment, right? Like I couldn't tell you. I know I'm invested in Betterment. Sure. Could I open up the thing and figure it out? But it's something I didn't want to learn.
I can tell you what my percentages are.
Yeah.
I can't tell you, even in my 403B, I can't tell you what percentage I'm in and everything, but, and I can't tell you what each fund is, but I can go in there and understand what I'm looking at. How many people can understand what they're looking at?
Oh, not many. Yeah.
Are you still at 15%?
10.
Okay, so you're at 10%.
Yeah.
I manage like 6 people's 403Bs at work because they have no fucking idea what they're looking at, and they would all like to retire someday.
Yeah.
Some of them are young, like Ashley and Jessica. Some of them are older, like our coworker Kristen, who's in her 50s.
Right.
And all I do is I say, "Hey, I need you to put these percentages in these funds."
Yep.
Some of them I know say, "Here's my information, log into my fund and do it for me." Okay, I can do that too. But what you get is, and where companies fail their employees, is the only training you get on how to run your retirement account through your business is by the company that owns that account.
Right.
Which to me is a little self-serving, because if you ask these people, they'll say, "Well, we have a fund that says if you're going to retire in 2035, this is where you should put all your money."
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I don't want all my money in that. I want to be diversified. And I understand that's a diversified fund. No, I want to be diversified amongst all of your funds, not just one.
Right.
So I really think if companies wanted to set up their employees for success, they would have a employee who is not paid by the company that holds the retirement accounts, but somebody that's knowledgeable enough to give advice to their employees to say, "Hey, these are your goals. These are the funds I would put my money in."
Well, I had a Gentex one.
Yeah.
Right. Gentex matched it. They did things. I let them do what they needed to do.
Yep.
Gentex, we parted ways. I no longer have that fund with them, right? Like you
rolled it.
You don't get to manage my shit. Like I had put trust in you. No longer do I put trust in you, right? Like, and it's money that they get to use.
Well, again, is Gentex managing it, or is, let's say, Principal?
Yeah, Fidelity or whatever.
Yeah, whoever has.
And that was the whole thing. Like, hey, you'd call HR. Hey, how do I do this? Now you got to call these people.
Yeah, they don't know. They have no idea.
Christ, like, how dumb are you? Like, right? And that was the whole thing. Like, how dumb? The number one biggest perk of and I get that everybody has their own thing, right? It could be days off. It could be, the fact that you have medical. It could be, this type of a thing. But I was putting 25% into my 401k like back then. It is my biggest perk. It is my biggest asset. And you don't know a fucking thing about
Not a
it.
thing.
Right?
They know nothing.
You know, and oh, here's how you set it up. Wow, thanks. You know, it blew my mind.
We'll have somebody from the company come on site and give a whole lesson, and I don't want that.
That lesson was the stupidest
It's
lesson
horrible.
I've ever seen.
Again, we had one. It was back before I really knew about investing, and it was, well, when are you going to retire? I said, I'll probably never have enough money to retire. All right, we'll pick 2065. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And they put it in there. And I'm like, well, this is bullshit.
Well, so here, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
So, without getting into millions of details,
Yes.
I just opened up a second Betterment account, so that way I have two separate funds going. They're the exact same fund.
For two separate things.
Yep. Is it dumb of me to not build that? Well, hey, just write the number down. Right now let's call it $40,000.
Okay.
Should I just write $40,000 and say, all right, that's the base, and then everything else gets split 50-50 above that? Or do I restart this one at its investment, keep this investment going? This one's for one side, this one's for another side.
I would say I would probably say, all right, 40,000 is the starting point, because you've already saved 40,000 for one specific thing. And now everything else gets split.
Because I get bigger dividends and I get bigger things. And
absolutely. I would never take what I have and now split them.
Yeah.
Because again, you're going to lose money in dividends and stuff. So you just reallocate moving forward.
See, and I'm going to do, and it's funny because that's probably the correct answer, right? Because it's going to already pay the dividends. It's already doing this. It's already doing that. But that's that one's fund. This other one, no, it's going to get it's going to, and technically this one, it's unfair because this one's starting, months earlier, and so here we go. Like it's a whole brand new thing. Literally, what's in here is what's in here, two different, the exact same risk, the exact same everything, fairness, equality.
Yeah.
But I'm going to, so that being said, like the information that we give you guys, we can tell you the textbook way to do things. We can tell you what the right thing to do. We talk about it. Like, should I pay my mortgage off? Well, technically,
that was
yes.
Right where I was going to go.
Like, technically, yes. But
Nick, what's your mortgage rate?
My primary house is 3.75.
Mine is 2.75.
Right. I just got offered 4.5 guaranteed money on a fund to just
sit there.
It will guarantee me if I outgrow it.
Yeah.
It'll give me that, but I'm guaranteed 4.5.
So
part of me really is, I'm selling two houses right now. I'm trying to sell them. That'll bring me in a bunch, and then I'm thinking about having a few more houses go up for sale. All right, so we talk about this real quick. The FIRE movement was a thing kind of back in the day. I don't hear much about it anymore. I don't know if you do.
I don't.
But so the rule of 25 and the FIRE movement. Okay, so the basic idea is figure out however much money you want to live off of. And we'll give an example of $40,000. So if I want to live off of $40,000, I times that by 25, which is $1 million. So I need to have $1 million invested into a guaranteed 4%. And every year I can draw $40,000 and never touch that $1 million principal.
Yep.
And so, right, like, and so part of me is like, okay, talk about getting a job, talk about doing whatever. Well, if I just put $1 million into 4%, and this one's giving me 4.5 guaranteed, I'll just put it into 4%. It'll give me a guaranteed salary of $40,000. I don't have that risk that anything anymore. Yes, I'm losing out on potential for this rental income, this, but this $1 million just sitting.
You might turn 11% here, but you also might turn 2%.
Right. So there's a chance I could lose and do what tenant could go destroy it. Tenant could just make it, or I could just guarantee myself 40 grand a year. Yes, I have to have $1 million sitting around doing nothing except for gaining me 4% guaranteed.
Yeah.
And again, I capitalize if it goes to 12%. If it goes to 2%, I still get 4%, right? They're guaranteeing, because that's, if any company guarantees you 4%, that means there is ways to be earning 6 to 8 to 10%,
Yep.
right? That tells you how good the economy
Yep.
should be doing. If anybody guarantees you 4, they know a way to make 8, right? Let's just be clear. And
unless they're running a Ponzi scheme, I want to throw that disclaimer in.
Say, all right, if
their name is Madoff,
FDIC company. So right, but like I mean, I think it's Chase or something, because I actually have one of those funds with Chase, and they're guaranteeing me 4.25 on a fund, and so I have money just sitting with them because of
and I can out earn 2.75%
absolutely
in a savings account.
Yep.
But I'm throwing extra money at the mortgage because when I look at it, I'd rather have that big bill paid.
Yeah.
I want it paid off, and I want it paid off in basically 10. I took out 15. I want it paid off in 10.
Well, and saying I paid off a bunch of mortgages, but like I still have a bunch out there. I don't know. I think I'm down to 7 or something. And things I forgot about when a mortgage pays off. You actually have to freaking remember that you have to go pay property taxes.
You do
out of your own pocket.
And insurance.
Yeah, that too. Now my insurance, it's fun, but I don't know. I think we give advice, and we tell you what we do. We tell you what the right textbook answer is to do. We're here.
We are not financial advisors. You should only listen to this if you're willing to take on your own risk.
Absolutely. But Gumball Head, thanks for joining us. We still got to get
him up. Yeah, we got to do an episode with him.
Out of Monster already.
So one of the new things possibly coming to 401k's is private equity investments, which that can be good and bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Private equity can be a good thing for investment wise, but it can also be a horrible thing because look at what they've done with like Joann's Fabrics is a great example.
Yep.
So everybody's like, man, what a failing company. They were horrible. They went out of business. Do you know Joann's was actually quite successful? They were turning a profit.
Yeah.
And then they sold out to private equity. And what private equity did is they sold all of the property that Joann sat on and rented it back to them at an astronomical cost so that the stores could no longer afford their rent.
Yep.
So they couldn't stay open. So even though they were profitable, they decided, all right, this company's done, and they just shut the doors because they don't have the opportunity to make their money back. It's happening to Red Lobster as well.
Well, so a lot of the reason for that, knowing the real estate side, okay. Knowing the real estate side of things, how this is going to work, right? So, if your rent is $1,000, I'm going to tell you that property is worth $100,000.
Okay.
Right. So 1%. Well, now if I take that and I'm charging you rent at $2,000, well, that makes the property now worth $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a mortgage out for the 100. Well, all I've done is raise rent. Well, now they're going to give me 80% loan to value on this thing. I can get 160 for something that we bought for 100. Well, now I put $60,000 in my pocket and did nothing. Well, what if we go to 3,000 a month,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so you just keep going and keep going. And so, yeah, if I make it so that way, well, hey, the company's making money because, well, we just did a huge cash out refinance because, hey, tell you what, you just fake pay me $100,000 a fucking month. We'll make it worth, and some stupid bank will take this.
Yeah.
And then we'll just say, fuck you, because can't come get money out of something that's worth nothing.
Right.
Well, because if this is gone, so that's how some people will play the real estate game.
And it's horrible because it's basically destroying businesses.
Absolutely.
I mean, Nick, look at it. Is it cheaper to build a building or to remodel an existing building that's empty?
It's cheaper currently to build.
That's ridiculous. We have all of these empty spaces. So Dollar General scoops a lot of these places up. Spirit Halloween scoops a lot of these places up.
They just rent. They don't buy.
Right.
But
they just scoop them up.
Yep.
And Spirit Halloween's there for 2 months and then they're out.
Yep.
But I mean, you look at them and if you have a big, basically empty warehouse, you can throw any retail location up there as long as you can pay the bills for a few months and just have a pop-up shop.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see it with the fucking malls. So Caitlin and I went and walked to Rivertown one day just to get some walking in.
Yeah.
So many empty stores in Rivertown. Now, Rivertown was made in 1999.
Yeah.
So it's now 26 years old. It was the mall when they brought it to the area.
Okay,
it is now the shit mall in the area because they've done nothing to upgrade it. And they don't have, they're not full. They're probably about 70% full. But they have so many open spaces. And when you look at what they want to rent a space,
I have no idea.
It's astronomical. I'm sorry, you have to sell a lot of shit to make that work.
Well, okay, we all know whatever, it was built on some swampland, but you look at it right now. They have so if we quadrant it into 6, they have 1/6 of that fucking parking closed down because they have to rebuild it and fix it. They've had to for years, but
they've ignored it.
Yeah. But there's actually my uncle was talking to me. He goes, "Oh, are you part of that?" But it sounds like they're going to take half that building and start making it into residential real estate.
Really?
That's the rumor on the street that I'm hearing.
I mean, they got enough area. Sears has been gone for how many years?
Right. And
Yonkers was
Spirit Halloween went into Sears for a
second. Right. Well, Yonkers was gone for years before they built something, and so they built like a trampoline park amusement center thing.
Yeah.
And then for a while, they didn't have a mall entrance.
Right.
You had to leave the mall to go to that location. I guess they've changed course on that, but what sense does that make?
Yeah. Not allowing people to access all of everything, but it's funny because malls are always going to be that way. We looked at it with the one in Kalamazoo, the Crossings, right?
Crossroads,
right? Like Muskegon's, when they build it, people will come. It's going to die out after that, right?
You got to keep things up to date if you really want people to keep coming and have a reason for them to come.
I'll say, right? And, when your high-end stores start leaving, I'd say like your Sears, like your Yonkers, but I don't even know if there's a Coach inside of the Granville Mall anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Coach is for upper class. I don't know how it'd be your middle class, nice purses, right? You're not in a Louis Vuitton, you're not in a Gucci, you're not in a
lower middle, maybe.
But I mean, you're paying $100+ versus Walmart's $20-$15. You see people lame Bryant's or whatever. But it's a very once you see those companies leaving, that's when you know that hey, this isn't gonna make it, right? If
malls need to rethink their entire identity because Macy's and JCPenney are not going to be around forever. We've already Sears is gone.
Oh yeah.
Carson Perry Scott gone. Yep. Marshall Field's gone.
Well, I think this mall with the trampoline park, the problem, I think it's so weird, and maybe I'm just dumb and don't get it, but there's a trampoline park, top left. Bottom here, there's a jelly ball. It's fun, but this is an attraction. This is an attraction. Why are attractions not near each other? Right. Also, I think you should be putting in, put in some go-karts, because they have electric go-karts now. Yeah. If you're going to do this,
it needs to be an attraction,
right? Have fun. I was there a while back. It's been a month or 2 or 3, I don't know. But the one candy cart that's been there forever was gone. The one out of the big middle, because I was there however much, and then we for some reason went again, and it was gone. I was like, I never ever expected that place to fucking close, right? And it's like, dude, when a stupid candy cart is leaving.
The Panera in there closed several years ago, and they still have nothing.
No,
nothing's in there.
They had a Euro place.
So did they for a short time?
Yeah, very quick. Well, because right behind that was the nail spa and all that. But yeah, I swear it was Nick's Euros or something. But we almost went to Euros yesterday by your house because they're buy one get one free, and they're a little expensive, right? I mean, they're $12, but if I'm getting that Euro, which isn't amazing, but if I'm paying 17 because you're in a mall, you're not. Everybody goes to the food court, right? No, nobody's gonna go.
Are you trying the Euros at Eastern Deli?
Yeah, of course.
Mike really likes the Euro burger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Euro burger's good, but yeah, Eastern Deli. They have 15-inch subs, just to let you guys know.
Eastern Deli's great food.
I do love that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. The mall to me is, I don't know. I wouldn't be opening a business. There's the one I don't know where the hell they are. They're in a mall. They just opened. They're a popcorn place.
Okay.
And he's all about Jesus. Robinson's Popcorn or something like that. Have you heard of him? See him?
No.
But I don't know. They're selling fucking popcorn. It seems to be like the only thing that's actually doing well, right? And this guy's, praising Jesus every 20 seconds because it wasn't his hard work that did it. It was
Jesus. He's still no help with curveball.
He's still no help. But which is fine. Again, give credit to whoever fuck you feel like it. But I don't know. I mean, right when popcorn's your fucking draw to a place, is Kilwin's still there?
I don't think so.
Right? So Kilwin's
I think they're only downtown.
national chocolate fucking brand, when you get rid of the name brand places and now you have
Joe's Candy Shop.
Exactly, right? And you have
Toyland.
Right. Exactly. Imported stuff from, like, oh hey, we just happened to buy a bunch of shit.
You got a lot of shit on Temu. Here you go.
If you open a Nick store, you know that there's a problem, right? So, because me, I'm like, fuck, I can buy this for cheap and sell it for expensive. Here we go. But, I'm actually surprised they haven't put like a fun arcade in there, because like Woodland, I don't know who's running Woodland, but it keeps coming afloat.
They have done magical things over there.
You know that we're getting a Fogo de Chao?
I did not.
Or a Texas State Brazil. I don't remember which one, but it's going in the old Black Rocks.
Nice. I didn't know that went out.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that was fun.
I went there once.
It's one of those places where I'm not fancy enough to do it.
Because, 100%.
You go and you dress up, but then you get a fucking steak that's sizzling butter all over your fucking shirt, and you're like, I don't know how to do this.
I, in fact, did not dress up.
I don't, but I'm just like, even on this shirt, I don't want to get fucking butter stains all over this bitch. This is my only good shirt. So, but yeah, so private equity owning your 401k. We've seen what private equity can do. It can hurt things, but it can also make positives. But private equity taking pensions, right?
Yeah.
They just
destroyed them.
Destroyed, right? And you get your, it's so crazy to me that when you watch TV, so the firemen, right?
Mm-hmm.
The police union, the OTRs, Jesus Christ. Semi-drivers, right? The truckers, right?
Over the road.
Yeah. The
teachers.
Right? Like, there's always a TV show about how somebody screwed the union or, screwed the pension, did all this. And, you better give me my money back, and we're going to,
I can think of two movies right now. So in The Big Short,
yep,
one of the scenes is like, I think this is a great thing for the Michigan Teachers Association to buy into. And then the other one I was just watching the other day, The Other Guys.
Yeah.
They were defrauding the police union out of their retirement funds. And because people don't understand, they just, we'll get great returns. Great, let's do it. One of the things I wanted to look at was volatility. So traditionally, volatility in the 60-40 portfolio, which is 60% stocks, 40% bonds, over 10 years is 8.5%. So it's volatile, but you're hedging your bets there.
Mm-hmm.
With private equity, it's 9.4. So I mean, you're taking on another percentage of risk. And again, if you're not paying attention to what's going on, you could be losing a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You could be gaining a lot of money too, but you have to have somebody that understands what they're looking at. And what'd you say? 10% might understand it, that
understand it. Now give a shit. 1%, right?
Right.
I don't look at mine. You look at yours.
I look at mine.
I rolled mine over, and so I will meet with my guy once a year, or unless I need something else. But yeah, no. I just looked at my betterment, right? And you talked about 60-40.
Yeah.
My betterment's 90-10. Because again,
mine's 95-5.
I'm going to risk everything. I don't care. Yep, 90-10. And to me, it's worth the risk for me, right?
So BlackRock is going to offer a 401k target date retirement fund that includes private investments with the launch date of 26. And this is what we're talking about when we're talking about private equity. They're investing in privately owned businesses like Joanne's was.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't traded, I don't think, were they?
Mm-mm.
No. So I mean, they can be traded too, but it's still a private investment.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is they're trying to get you to buy into those funds, and there's a lot less regulation when it goes to how those funds or how those businesses are actually being run. Because again, what they did with Joanne's is they bought up all the properties and then leased it back to them at a higher rate.
Joanne was a stock.
Was, okay. I thought they were. But what they did was they bought up all the land, rented it back to them at 2 or 3 times the price, and then Joanne's cannot exist anymore because they can't make those payments.
Yep. And then you have no, thank you.
I don't know who you are. Thank you for asking us, but I don't know who you are. So no.
Yeah, and that's what you're gonna find is these people will constantly do what is in the best interest of the shareholders, not the company, not anything else, right? Like, we can make you more money. Yep.
It's not about the consumer ever. It's about the shareholder.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I mean, we can thank rulings like Citizens United for that, because now corporations have the same. What's the word I'm looking for? Rights as a person.
Sure.
Corporation's not a person.
No. Oh gosh. Oh, I just watched a video of a guy. Right, he's one of those what we would call lunatic media people, where it feels okay. So he has a First Amendment right, which I agree with. But he feels like he's going out and looking for the trouble.
Oh, of course.
There's
a lot of those people.
Exactly, right? But somehow there was a cop that he got into an issue with, and this guy's, the cop has a weapon, and, it becomes whatever. So the cop spits in the guy's face.
Yep.
The guy wants him arrested for assault. All of the other cops are like, no, we're not going to do that. Well, so let me get this right. So if I spit in your face, yeah, but if you do it to a cop, then it becomes with intent for bodily harm.
Right.
Yeah, but why isn't it against me? Because it's not written like that. No, we don't get to fucking protect you more than we protect me, right? Like, and it was funny because this cop is like saying it, and he's saying it out loud, and I was like, this is the greatest. Like, I love that this guy's recording all this, because I want to see where this lawsuit fucking becomes. And I was like, and don't get me wrong, this guy probably so fucking loaded off of the amount of lawsuits that he has. And sure, the cops are either they have to do what they think is right.
Right.
But like, you watch this guy sue and win and win and win. You literally, right? This guy doesn't lie, which is the fun part, right? Because like, he literally just knows the law, and your job is to sit here and tell him that, no, sorry, this cop's life's worth more than your life. It's just funny as shit to me.
Well, some of the videos that I love the most are when cops are arresting people,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, well, what's the charge? Resisting arrest.
Right.
Right, but what's the charge that I'm resisting to? Well, you're resisting arrest. But again, what's the initial charge that I am now resisting to? And they look at you like you have 3 fucking heads, because guess what? There wasn't one. But now that you're resisting, I can arrest you for resisting arrest. Well, that's asinine.
Yeah. Oh, but say, and you had 401k. I watched a video the other day, and they're talking about how they want to move Social Security to 70 years old.
Yeah.
Instead of,
they want to keep upping it.
They do, right? And they're like, oh, we got to start now and tell the kids, oh, our fault, right? Like, you have to continue to work. And, it's funny because I truly believe that granted, they'll make it so that way things don't become profitable, but you have to do it secretly enough, right? So I want to educate enough people to where they're investing in their 401s, they're doing all the right things, And then magically, they're all early retirement.
Yeah.
At the same time, the old people are like, fuck it, we're out. So there's going to be like this 10-year lull.
Where anybody can get any job they want for a high salary because they're all fucked for workers.
Exactly.
That's what has to happen.
And it's going to be fun because, like, right, there's the asshole me who's retired early, and then there's got this old person that's keeps going. But like, there's going to be that point where you're going to make me wait till 70. No, you've given me these tools. I'm finally going to use these tools to fucking retire, right? Like, sure, the only thing they're going to do at that point is then go, oh, well, you have to wait until you're 70 to take a withdrawal from your 401k. Great. You know what? I'll just pay my fucking taxes, right? Like, if the government can...
I mean, we're the only ones paying them as poor workers.
Right, there's that.
I mean, you look at it, so, like, Mike technically retired early.
Yeah.
Because he quit working at 50, but he's still working.
Right.
So he's going to go become a teacher now, which is great.
Yeah.
I think, for me, I haven't targeted an age, but I'm thinking maybe 55.
Sure.
At 55, I'm thinking life changes.
Okay.
I don't want to keep doing what I'm doing possibly at that point. Maybe I'll go find other shit to do. Because again, I don't ever want to stop working.
Right.
I want to just do the things I want to do. Like, you don't not work.
Right.
You just don't go to a 9-to-5 job anymore. You do work in other ways that are more enriching to you.
Yep. Well, and I think, if you were asking for advice, right? I wouldn't say 55. I'd go 59 and a half. 59 and a half is a guarantee that you're allowed to start withdrawing. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're not getting the max, you're not doing whatever, but like now you have something, right? Like, when people are comfortable, that's when they start taking risk.
See, and
comfort kills, but also it allows you to start taking this and saying, hey, you know what? Paying off your house early. Once that happens, you're going to get so much. You're going to be like, oh, fuck, I can do so much more. Right?
Well, in 7 years, I'll be 55.
Yep.
And my hope is at that point, either break room's making enough that maybe I can draw a salary on them, or maybe we've sold it and, we have a nice egg sitting somewhere. It's not that I don't necessarily want to work. It's that I'm not sure I want to keep doing what I'm doing.
Right.
I still probably would have a 40-hour-a-week job. I just might sit there and go, you know what? I can take a 10% pay cut and be okay with it.
10% pay cut, and you can go sit on a fucking phone and do
check in trucks?
Absolutely, right? Like, okay. Wait, so this one you want me to work 40 hours and you want me to be present the entire time. This one, you want me to work 40 hours. You want me to show up for 40 hours and be present for 20% of the time? Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, think about it, right? We always say, if you had an opportunity, if somebody opened a pitching or hitting clinic, and they could pay you 40 hours at a 20% loss, are you going to do that, or are you going to go fucking keep working your job when you're financially ready?
Yeah, I'm out.
Right? Why?
I love being at home. Like, that's the main perk for my job.
Sure.
I work from home.
Yep.
But I really enjoy sports.
Yeah. Well, the hard part is sports for us. The problem is so now you're going to be able to go, if you go sports, you just have to go bigger, because the same thing I have. Sports for me starts second shift. Mm-hmm. I don't want to live second shift life unless I'm doing it with my kids, right? But sports for you, right? Do you want to work first shift or second shift?
At this point, I don't have kids.
Right, it doesn't matter. So but for me, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to fucking college field, right?
Well, I'm at that point too.
College field. The only reason is because I'm gonna be like, hey, these are my training hours. This is when the fuck I don't want to go hit the. Granted, I would want to be on the field and like hitting and doing, but like, no. Otherwise, hey, all of our hitting practice can be in the cage. All of our, you're pitching. I'm more hitting. Hey, fundamentals of things, but these are my hours, right? This is what we charge. This is what I'm charging the college for me to be the coach. Blah blah. Like, no, these are my hours, right? You say you want to get in the weightlifting room. These are the hours. This is what we're doing. So,
if at 55, let's say a Division II school, Grand Valley is a good example.
Yep.
If they called me and they're like, 50 grand, come coach.
Yep.
Bye.
See you.
I'm out.
Right. And because you're going to be so much more happy.
Yeah, I'm passionate about coaching.
Mm-hmm. Granted, that will turn into 80 hours a week.
Yeah, I'd work like fucking crazy.
It's crazy to say. College athletes, man. Granted, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was so overwhelmed in college or whatever. But like, I went from high school bowling where I just showed up after school, did my thing, and then going to college, and it's like he wants me to work out.
Oh yeah.
I have to still do the practice that I was doing, but it's extended longer.
Study groups.
It's at night. I didn't do study groups because we were too busy screwing around.
Right.
And we were too new, right? We were a brand new program. But giving me the opportunity to go coach that, I jokingly say this is what I'm going to do, right? Like if my daughter goes to college and wants me to pay for it, I'll go get a job at a college and say, hey, they're going to pay for it, right? I'm not going to pay for her college. Mm-hmm. So she'll have the opportunity, but I'll go coach there, right? I don't care if it's I don't care if I have to sit behind a desk because like Davenport, if you have any job there, you and your family go for free, right? So I will go to Davenport and be like, here you go. And the bowling coach there, he's great. He's fantastic, right? I wouldn't go for that position unless he didn't want it, right?
Right.
I would beg to be an assistant. hey,
let me polish the balls.
Yep. Say, I'll be a bag boy. Why? Well, my kid's going to college for free.
Yeah.
Right.
That's huge.
Say, I'm not a.
That's 20 to 25,000 a year right now.
Right. And I don't want to just hand it to my kid because I don't think it teaches them anything.
Well, your kid will graduate in another 8 years.
Yeah.
How much is it going to be then?
I don't know.
55?
Yeah, but man, but the 401k, I mean, again, I think people should be investing in everything they possibly can, constantly making money work for them.
If you don't know people that have any fucking idea about it, go make a friend. Because a lot of us out there will sit there and look at your shit just because it's fun for us.
Yeah. Well, it's fun because if you start talking, because most people, I'm starting to get around enough people that just talk finances constantly.
Yep.
So it's not like this hush hush like I grew up with. But I'll give you an example. I used to work at Kellogg's, and there was a guy who was talking to me about penny stocks, and 3 of the other guys were like, "Are you fucking listening to this guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, it seems cool and blah blah blah." I was like, but I also learned back in high school, like anything less than $5, you don't invest in because they're
too volatile, go away right away.
They're very risky. But this guy's talking about penny stocks and how he can, blah, blah, and they all, but 3 of the other employees who aren't these aren't financial people. These are fucking just line workers. Like, dude, that dude's claimed bankruptcy twice already, and you're gonna fucking listen to him. So I was like, all right, this makes sense. I was like, but it was funny, right? But like, people will give an opinion and do things and get you all hyped up, but if you talk to enough people, you'll figure out who the real ones are, who the whatevers are, right? Like, oh hey, how did you get to where you are? One of the guys we've had on here probably has a crap ton of money, but he did it the very boring old school way, right? I just invested in a 401k, worked crap tons of hours, put that. I don't know, I want to ask on air, off air, like, because hey, you invested this, you have to have a stockpile of cash somewhere. Where is that cash, right? That's the question I need to know, right? But they did the most boring possible life, and then got to a point where all of a sudden they're like, all right, cool, I'm done. Fucking woke up one day and said, see ya. Right.
Well, you bring up a great point. People, like to talk a big game. So the year I got fired from Godwin, I had a player, I think she was a freshman at the time, that anytime she hit a good ball, she'd come, back to the dugout and she's like, oh, did you see that hit I had? And I kept saying, listen, when other people talk about you, that's when it matters. I don't want to hear what you have to say about your own skills.
Right.
So then I went up to Coopersville, and one of the best hitters I ever coached, Maddie Miller. She never said one word about any hit she ever had. She set the home run record when we were there, which was broken the next year by another great ball player, Hunter Neer. And never heard the two of them say, hey, look at me, I'm great.
Right.
Everybody else said it.
Right.
I mean, they were all-state players. They had records that they broke at that school. They never said, man, I'm the best softball player. They never said any of that shit. They were humble.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't have to sit there and say, hey, look at me, because everybody was just looking at them.
Everybody just did it, yeah.
This other kid,
nobody
was looking at, because she was an okay ball player. She was good for Godwin.
Right.
But I told Dawn, I'm like, this kid wouldn't make the team at Coopersville. They'd be a 2-year JV player and gone. Right. And it's not that they were a bad ball player. They just weren't good enough.
Right. Well, and that's, I mean, that's where it's very, very hard, right? It's funny because we talk about travel sports all the time. And I always say I won't get my kid into travel. I won't do that. And I still stand by it. I know it's going to break her heart that she doesn't get to play more because, right?
You might.
If
You might do what Osborne did and just start your own fucking thing and keep it cheap for people so that people can actually do travel.
Oh, that's the only way I'd do it.
Because he didn't really travel very far. He played in Muskegon and Lansing and here.
No, I mean, I wouldn't even.
I think they did go up to Traverse a couple times, but he really didn't travel. He played tournaments here.
Yep.
He always played them up.
Yeah.
So if they were a 15-year-old, they might be playing 18U instead of playing 16U.
Right. And
you got your ass kicked a lot, but you got to be really good.
But you learn, right? And you're seeing a ball. You're seeing a ball at a heck of a lot faster speed. But I say to me, I don't know. I'm not gonna get her into it. Like, it's not a thing for me. It's not a thing for. I don't want her to feel that commitment.
Again, that shit might change.
It's possible.
She may end up being gung ho for that or soccer or whatever.
Right. Well,
I didn't get Caitlin into it until Caitlin got into it. Like, she's like, I want to keep playing more in the summer. I'm like, all right.
Right. I say, and
I never paid for travel.
No, because you always coached it.
I always coached it.
Yeah, but and
I just put my own thing together. I'm like, hey, girls, these are the fees.
Well, that's,
$70 or something.
Right. And so I do that, right? I do the local travel that you did, right? Where it's, fall ball, kind of a thing.
Yeah, you're getting some exposure.
Yeah. But I'm not doing this out of fucking state. We're
going to nationals in Tennessee type shit.
Right. No, that's not going to happen. Like,
yeah, I would never have done that either.
A normal nowadays, $150 buy-in, and it comes with your jersey, sure, I'm in, right? We'll do that. Yep. But I am not doing.
I mean, pay that for Little League.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I'll do that all day, but like, I'm not doing this whole. Yeah. Hey, you have to go spend the night in Indianapolis. Hey, you have to go to fucking Chicago.
The last time I coached travel, I coached Sabercats, and we played in Muskegon and Lowell and Holland and Byron Center.
Yep. Well, it's the YMCA is a good example, right? We played in Lowell. We played in Caledonia, or not Caledonia. What's the Cascade area?
Yeah.
We play, there's a couple YMCA's. And so, yeah, sure, that's travel in theory, but like, no, I'm not going to, I'm not going to go to a place that I have to spend the night and make people be poor to do it. Like,
right.
Also, I don't need you to buy a $500 bat. It was funny. I always love the memes, and my daughter has a $15 bat that we bought for funsies, but it was a meme. It showed bats, and it said, "This is $4,000 worth of bats just sitting right here."
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 hits today.
Mm-hmm.
That's $2,000 a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow! Congrats, them bats are doing. It was like, yeah, like no, I don't need you. These kids nowadays with this fucking sliding gloves and having to have everything.
The most I spent on a bat,
$100. Two. There you go. Yeah.
You buy last year's model,
of course,
because the new bat. I mean, at that time they were selling them bats for $3.
Yeah.
Her best bat cost me $179, and then I bought her one going into her senior year that was just a touch lighter because she always swung a 33 drop 10, so sure. 33-23. Bought her 33-22 to get around a little quicker on basically Amanda Emelander.
Sure.
Because she was one of the few kids that could hit Emelander. And I spent $200 on that because that was a bat year amount.
Yeah.
But I don't spend over $200 on a bat.
Well, everybody has their thing and all that, and you say, "Oh, it's only one," but like one is never true, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, God, I worked my butt off to play traveling for paintball and things like that, and like, I have 8 paintball guns sitting around doing nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have all like, I get that my kid doesn't have to be me, but like, again, the new technology comes out. It's the problem with bowling, right?
Yeah.
I got tired of buying bowling balls. I got my sponsor. That was great. I got new stuff. But like, people, when are you going to do bowling ball? When are you going to do bowling ball? Fucking never. Fucking never.
They're expensive.
Right? Like, yeah. Well, and
again, if it cracks.
Well, and this new technology comes out. Cool. So guess what? Next year, the new one. If I take the electronics approach, great. I'm going to buy 2 years later model, right? Like, I don't give a shit. Like, Why do I have new bowling balls? Because I won them at a raffle from state tournament. I'll spend $60 on raffle tickets to win bowling balls, but I won't go buy a bowling ball. So
I know you got something coming up.
I do. Say, sorry. Yeah. I enjoyed my monster. I'm finally awake. What
My Midwest Nice was nice.
Yeah, so that's good.
My Snapple tea was good as always.
So as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family, and there's a small chance we're going to try to do another episode this week.
We're going to try. We're also going to get a couple of our favorites on, Scott Bennett and Mike Van Simeren, to talk current political climate and the economy. I'm going to try to get Mr. Lowry on for that one as well. And we got another baseball episode coming up. I got to schedule a time that we all can get on Zoom.
Yeah, so, but all right, and so
thanks for joining, everybody. We'll be back maybe this week.
Hopefully Wednesday.
Yeah, hopefully Wednesday. If not, we'll be back next week. We're going to get back on our regularly scheduled program. Yeah. So thanks for joining, everyone.
You've dialed in to Box and Brews. You might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the box. And they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Bucks and brews.